go ahead and jump on in. So everybody, TJ the plug, the
Yes,
car
sir.
plug.
Yes, sir.
How can they find you on social media? I know you're everywhere. Your videos are awesome. How can they
Thank you,
find you?
brother. You can find me anywhere at TJ the Car Plug. Instagram, TJ the THE, not duh. So TJ the Car Plug, Instagram, TJ the Car Plug. You can find it on Facebook, TikTok. And if you want to find my personals, it's TJ Mitchell. That's it.
TJ Mitchell. All right. So how did you come up with that name? I know it's very catchy. So I know the word plug and all, a lot of people do. Some people don't know that word. So I know it. But how did you come up with the name?
Right. So crazy story. It's not even the name, a moniker I gave myself. A customer
Right.
actually gave me that. So when I
Okay.
was new, when I was new to the car business, I was just about to leave work. It was like 6:30 p.m. And it's one of them times where you're about to leave, you're like, I don't feel like doing anything else. And the lady popped up and she was happy I stayed, and I sold her a car that day on. And she actually showed me the importance of actually like advertising online and stuff. A lot of people knew her in her city. So
Yeah.
every day she would just come by the dealership and she'd be like, oh, this is my plug, y'all. Make sure y'all come get a car. This TJ right here, right here. And she did that on Facebook for a while. It got me a lot of clientele. So we started working together. And she was like, you my plug, you everybody's plug. You TJ the car plug. And I was like, there we are. We got us one. So ever since then, I started using it. And she started marketing me, advertising, telling people about me. And that's why I came with the name, just ran with it.
How many people do you think that one lady has provided you?
She probably boosts my sales every month by probably a 10 extra sales.
No shit. That
Probably
is
like
amazing.
as soon as I met her, I started hitting in the 30s consistently. Like she was good. And then when she was doing it, I was like, makes sense. You talk to
Absolutely.
people, you know what I mean? So
What
her
what
name
what
is
kind of work
Dominique
does she
Curry.
do?
I don't even know exactly what she did at the time, but I know she did a lot of marketing stuff. But she used to make like drinks. Let's just say that. She's like
Okay.
make drinks for people, and she would run her own business and just sell them, like go to events, pop ups and stuff, and just sell her drinks. That's what she
Okay.
did. That's what she was known for. But that was
So
it.
what's her name?
Dominique Curry.
Dominique Curry. Shout out to Dominique Curry.
Shout out
No relation.
Dom.
Yeah, no relation to Stephon Curry.
None at all. Nope. She a little dog, a little shorter.
All right. Well, let's take it back years and years and years. So when you were growing up, myself, my parents were not salespeople. My stepdad worked factory work, mom stayed at home. Were your parents in sales, or how did you just walk me through your childhood? What brought you into sales?
Okay, so it didn't stem from childhood. I think with my gift, the gab that I've gained from childhood, it helps me be successful in the business.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't learn about sales until I got to college. So my first job, serious job ever that I actually fell in love with, which some people would probably be like, was door-to-door sales.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so that so that was my first sales job. So no, mom had no experience in sales. She's taught. She's very persuasive though. She's very, very persuasive. And she has a good personality. People just like her. You know what I mean? But other than that, she didn't have any sales, and dad didn't either. So by the time I got to college and I did door to door, I just did sales. And there was a period in time where I needed to do sales, but I was tired of like chasing it, prospecting and doing a bunch of cold stuff. I was like, I need to sit down, sit still, have one building where I can just bring people to me. And then there was an application there, and then the manager was cool. And then I liked the manager at my first car dealership was the reason why I decided to sell cars. And I sold cars, and then literally probably 3-4 months, it was just this is where I need to be. I'm doing it for
Okay.
10 years now. Yep.
Awesome. 10 years. Hell yeah. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said door to door, what were you selling? How long did you do door to door? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Tell me a little bit about door to door.
So I started when I started door to door. Oh, geez, I'm getting old.
How old are you?
I was 22
Okay.
I was 22 when I started. I was 22 when I started door to door. I liked it. I liked the fact that I could travel. When I did it, I went to University of Georgia. They had a
Okay.
job fair. So when I went there, that they promised to you could travel. So that's what got me into it. So I was selling security systems for a company called Vivint. And I'm
Okay.
pretty sure
I
people's
remember
heard of
them. I
Vivint.
remember them. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're
I
still
remember.
around. So they're big. So they was big in like this whole home automation control stuff with your phone, Z-Wave, solar panels. They really pioneered that. And I looked at the application, was like, travel, cool. And they was telling the truth. I traveled a lot, so I like that part of it. I was meeting different people and stuff like that, and that's where I got most of my experience from. So I've been doing that probably like I think I was doing that 3 years, and then I moved and started doing car sales.
So when you did it for 3 years,
Uh-huh.
how did when you first started doing it, going up to door to door to door, were you nervous at all, or how did you break that cycle? Because most people, they get nervous when they're doing that. I've never personally done door to door, but that's just what I
Mm-hmm.
hear. And
Mm-hmm.
were you nervous your first few doors you knocked on? No. So you got a thick
People
skin, so
don't,
you're built for it.
man, listen. Yeah, man. And it helped me out a lot, but I was excited to meet people. I didn't care if I sell. I just wanted to see somebody come out this door. That's how it is for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm busy. At least I get, and that's how I look at it. Like even with door to door person, that's I just want to talk to somebody. Somebody come talk to me. So I wasn't nervous. I was actually more excited. It was like that apprehension when you have the door knocking, and you're like, "Ooh, could be a next sale. Could be the next person I can help out. Who are they?" And continue with that process and that whole, I guess you would say, high of trying to close a deal and show somebody. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
never
did they give you a
nervous.
script, or how many doors did you have to knock on to get a sale? Walk me through the numbers.
Um, So how it worked is I worked through the summer. It was a full month thing through the summer.
Okay.
We would do areas. So when I first started, you would have a manager drop you off in the area, and you would
Okay.
just cover a certain block. Um, so on average, probably. So I don't know how to break that down, but after 4 months, 110 door sales is what I did. So I did like 110 systems in 4 months. I don't
Damn.
know what the average downs per day, but it was you in the morning all the way into it was sunrise, sundown.
Just
Um,
knock, knock, knock.
you would just knock, but there was always, and it wasn't just scattered. There was always a method to the madness. We had a script, but it wasn't a script on how to talk. It was more on script like every time you do a new sales job where they show you the process. So it was more of be you and do the process. So they would show you the process. You go through it. You would run through it, and your thing was urgency, trying to get in the house as quick as possible
Okay.
when somebody might have been cooking dinner or somebody might have been doing who knows what, so they
That
could
smells
buy
good. Let
something.
me get some of that food.
Yeah. Hey, I would say that. Right? Look at that going on in there. You know what I mean? So that's what it was day to day. It was sunrise, sundown. You would get a script. We train every day in the mornings.
That's dope. I
They'd
like
go.
that. All right.
Yeah, I love training. I love training. I love sales training, role playing, and stuff like that. So we do that, and then we go out, knock as many doors as possible. I always kept like, they gave you an app where you can keep up with the doors and see who's behind the door, and you could make notes. So I always kept notes with like, okay, this person said come back at 5, that type of thing, and then you would cover that area for a week,
So
and then
you
once you did what you
organize
did, you got to
too.
go. Kinda. When it comes to certain stuff, yes, but kinda. I wouldn't say I'm all the way organized, but you know what I mean. I'm more OCD than organized, if that makes sense.
I feel you. All right. So what kind of money did you make when you were knocking doors, slinging those home security systems?
4 months. I think the best I've done was 60K in 4 months. That was the best
No
I've done
shit.
in 4 months. And then they had off seasons you could do to make money. But yeah, I was selling over 100 systems, and people, anybody who knocked door can attest. Selling over 100 systems is pretty damn hard for four
I
months.
guarantee it. 60 racks in 4 months is good, man.
Yeah, you get front end, you get back end. There was a whole bunch to it. There was a whole bunch of off work, off season stuff you could do. And I just did every day. Like, every day, we didn't get no days off. Really, we didn't get no days off but Sunday. Literally, July
What did
4th, we
you,
was working.
so did you travel like far other states, or was it like one state?
Oh, so Vivid in that job literally took me across the country. I've seen a lot of states and cities because I saw that job. I've been in the Midwest, the East Coast, Chicago, Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, Arizona. Colorado. The headquarters is in Utah. Where all the more it's a mostly Mormon company, which I love Mormons. I ain't gonna lie, they're hardworking people. Okay, but
Absolutely.
it was in Utah. That's where it's at. All the way down the East Coast. I've been a lot of places because of that job.
So
It was
like the
pretty legit.
army takes people around the world, sales took you around the country. Let you,
Yeah.
what's the coolest thing you've ever seen?
What, knocking doors?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a tough one. Like if you in general, you talking about when I'm knocking the door, or just in general doing the job.
Anything, both of them.
I think the most interesting, and this it might be small, but to me it was crazy, was when I was in Middlesbrough, Kentucky. I had to go from
Okay.
Tennessee to Middlesbrough, Kentucky, and I finally got to see those windy up and down the mountain roads. Yo, that joke
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was legit. So I think that was the coolest thing that I've seen, one of the greatest things I've seen. Um, ooh, when I was in Tennessee, this resonates with me too. When I was in Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, um, I knocked on these ladies' doors who were twins. They were in their 90s. You could not tell, and everybody in the whole city knew them, for a bakery shop. And I sold them a car, and I literally would be over there every day, and they would just point me to people. It was like a referral bank. Like I just go there, like, hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, I got something for you today, baby. You go over here, here. I got to. That was probably, that was the coolest thing ever. I thought they
All
were family. So,
right. Well, that's awesome. So,
mhm.
what made you want to get out of that? I know you said it was seasonal. What made you get out of that? And how did you find your way into car sales?
It was just relocation. Um, I had to go, so Georgia is where I was living. I went to
Hmm.
University of Georgia, so
Yep.
that's why I mentioned that.
I
Um,
remember you
so
said
I
going to college. So, yeah.
so I had to go back for reasons, and I just couldn't work. I got offered a job to go work for the company in Las Vegas doing stuff, but it was just too far from, you know what I mean, my lady. I was dating I was dating somebody. So at the time, I just went back to Augusta to be with them.
All right.
And when I got there, I was like, okay, now I need to just find a sales job. So, I had a couple little sales job. I was like, and another sales job, and then I found car sales. It was really by just like without sounding corny, it was just like the universe was just like, this is for you, bro. And just handing
Okay.
it to me like, you know what I mean?
Did you come out of the gate crushing it, or how did you the first month, 2 months, 3 months? How did you do?
Right. So 2015, I started. It was November 2nd, 2015. The first month I did seven, but I didn't. So they had me training for like 2 weeks. I couldn't sell. November 15th. Yeah. So the right before the last week ended, they was like, "You're
Okay.
live." I did seven. They was like, "Oh my god, you got potential." I didn't know. I was like, "7 God, whatever," because I didn't know like what the money was like. I didn't know like selling cars. I was like, "I'm just working, bro. Like I'm here to work."
Just doing you. Yeah.
So I did seven, and then I did 12, and then everybody's like, "Keep make sure you make your phone, blah blah blah." And then January was kind of iffy, and then tax season is a big thing. So that February
Absolutely.
I did 32 and a half. But one
Hell
of the reasons
yeah.
but one of the reasons why I did that is because my manager, he was like, bro, somehow you got to wasn't even because, so let me just back up a little bit. So I have a lot of marketing background, promotional background. Like in college, I did parties, promoted parties and stuff like that. So I know what it is to get clientele and go talk to people and do stuff. So I was working. I was like, well, I know now that my goal was I'm going to be here. I want to bring people to me. This is before I got on the internet and stuff. So what I did was and my manager, with the help of my manager as well, I printed out literally, this is no lie, 1,000 black and white papers with just my name, my contact, couple bootleg pictures, just advertising. So that February, so November, December, January, that February, I went out. Actually, it was in January. I went out stapling posters everywhere, bus stops, laundry mats, people. They had business cards. I was passing them out. The first, you know what a bird dog is, right?
I do.
Bird dog. So bird dog. I had my first bird dog. I didn't know what it was. I didn't hear about this term. I didn't know. Of course, you know what a bird dog is. No, I didn't know nothing about this term. And somebody hit me up who used to work with somebody that was at my lot.
Okay.
And he was like, listen, I saw your photo at the laundromat. I used to send my people over there to somebody who ain't there no more. Um, I see you out here hustling. Let me work with you. That February, he sent me 17 people. So I had a lot of connections with people too that helped me. And then from then on, my first year, I remember it's on my plaque. 305.5 cars that year. So I was averaging 27 and a half. Dude, that that first check I got in February, I was like, yes, this is definitely where I need to be. You know what I mean? Just because of it was fun, it was that, and then it proved that it was just a package.
But you took it into your own hands. I haven't, I'd say out of 100 people, 99 don't go as far as what you did, posting them everywhere, going to laundromats, putting them on just everywhere. No one else does that. So you took initiative, and that's why it rewarded you, you know? So what kind of money did you make in February?
Not gonna lie, my first 13K.
Okay.
It's like 13. And our pay scale was, I worked at a buy here, pay here lot, right? And you've probably heard of it. It was probably US Auto Sales. You ever
Okay.
heard of them?
I
Yeah,
have not.
so yeah, I worked at a buy here, pay here lot. Their pay scale was ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, we got certain part, but the first that February, I probably made 13K.
Okay.
Yep. And then from there, so I averaged 27 and a half that year, 305.5 cars, I think it was. Something like that.
So what made you leave that place?
Leave where? US
Because
Auto
you
Sales?
said, yeah, because you said earlier in the conversation that was your first dealership. So that sounds like you got multiple. So what made you leave that place? See, I'm paying attention, man.
You do pay. You good. I knew it. I knew there would be some energy. But they went bankrupt, bro.
All
COVID
those
got
deals
them.
you given them and they went bankrupt.
COVID got them.
Oh,
The
shit.
company
Okay.
was coughing. Yeah. So that's just what it is. A lot was changing too. Like the first 5 years I was there, the culture was different. And then they switched CEO. And then once they switched CEO, I was like, oh, this is where we're going. I knew what it was because you've been there for a while. When you know the CFO, the CEO, all the regional managers, the managers, people know your name and stuff, you know. So you know the culture, you know what you're used to. When it switches, you kind of like, what's going on here? When you got a new CEO. We had 40 dealerships and they went bankrupt, bro. That's it. Yeah,
They
that's
didn't
all.
have the right
So
people in places. They were making some bad decisions. That's the only reason how you go bankrupt.
that's how I go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing with your money. That's what it
Yeah, I
is.
feel you. So
But
what
it's good.
happened when
I
they went
invested.
bankrupt?
Shit, just switched, moved, and got working at. It's not a buy here, pay here lot, but the way they move reminds me of that buy here, pay here lot because there's a lot of people with good credit, a lot of people with bad credit. People be like, oh,
Yeah,
there's a lot of people. I've been to dealerships and you still get the same amount of rejections, denials as a buy here, pay here lot. It's just
absolutely.
where I'm at now. I'm in the north. They move like how I'm used to with all the clients coming in because of the program. Oh, approve me no matter what. But they still have banks, but their program and how they work is just A1. So that's what I'm doing now. And I've had some when I was in the South before I moved, I had some trinkles in new car dealerships, but I'm not really a new car dealership type of guy. Like
So where you work at
that.
now?
It's a place called it's North End Motors. It's in Canton,
Okay.
Massachusetts. So if you're in the New England area, we deliver. Okay, it's Canton.
So
Um,
so when you
go ahead.
said that you're not a new car dealership, I'd figure you can sell anywhere. So why would you say that you're not a new car guy?
Experience, just what I've experienced working there, and it's not
Okay.
new car's fault. You know what I mean? It's just I like variety. Like my brain and how I work, I like seeing this variety. Like, ooh, there's a Benz over there and a Charger over there and Toyota over there. Toyota
Okay.
got all Toyotas though. You can look in the used car section, and it's used cars. I like used cars too. Let me add that. Well, obviously a new car.
Yeah.
So, and you could just sell everything. You know what I mean? How I move and stuff like that. I like the.
I
I just
feel
like
you.
the.
You just
You
like
know what I
going.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing against it. I did good at all of them. You know what I mean? So, but this
Yeah.
one caught
So
my eye because
all right. So when you're there, what walk me through your day? What do you do? What makes you successful? Like walk me through your day when you get there. What do you do first thing? And what do you accomplish by lunchtime? What happens throughout the day in the life of TJ the car plug?
sorry, brother. First thing, so we're walking in the dealership, coffee. Okay.
Coffee. All right.
Black coffee. We don't put the sugar and cream, right? Because we gotta get right. Clock in. Normally I always have something that's gone on in the prior day that I need to touch on the day of. So if I have my phone, I have it down, right?
Right.
Clock in. Calls is always the important thing to me. I have to be talking to somebody about something, whether it's
Yeah.
confirming an appointment, um, continuing a deal from yesterday, or checking up on a customer. Like just follow up calls for the day. Confirm my appointments first of all, and then follow up from yesterday if there was anything going on yesterday. And then I go to do the marketing. So I do my marketing stuff early because nobody's there. You know what I mean? It's early. It's been in the day. I do a lot of like posting, like offer up marketplaces, stuff like that. Okay, free game,
So,
y'all.
so you do all kinds of stuff.
Just real fast, yeah. All literally take a couple pictures, maybe like 3, 5, if I got enough
Okay.
time to save throughout the day, so I can post at a certain time. And then after that, I start hammering calls. I wait till my
Damn.
appointments come in because I confirmed them. I just hammer calls. That's my thing. I'm a call hammerer.
How many calls you make a month?
Oh, I don't know by month. I'll say by day, my goal is always set no less than 70, 75. But I've had calls like 100, 150.
There you
You know what I
go.
mean? So
I
it
love the
just
phone too,
depends.
buddy. I used to,
I love the phone.
yeah, I used to sell investments over the phone. Very good on the phone. So absolutely. So when you say that you make 70 calls a day, and actually, let me back that up. When you say you market, what all does marketing detail? What do you do? I know you said Facebook Marketplace. You make a ton of phone calls. Any other strategies or ideas that you do?
Social media. Um, I'm still. I was fairly new to the social media. I'm still getting the hang of it. Still learning, growing, as is everybody. But I found out effective is where people go to buy. That's the most effective, and you just put your own uniqueness to it and twist. That's the best way to get customers. So marketplace, offer up, Craigslist, of course, TikTok. TikTok is fun. That's why I be on TikTok. TikTok, like those are main. Snapchat. Snapchat is very effective. People don't think about that, but Snapchat is very effective.
Where do you get
And
most of your deals
that's it.
from?
Facebook Marketplace. Um, TikTok I've gotten clientele from TikTok, but everybody it's just you get a array of followers. So I be getting people from Chicago and stuff like that. So it makes it a tad bit difficult, even though I can do it. But Facebook Marketplace is probably the most effective, and that's probably what I'm the best at when it comes to how to. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then word of mouth, of course, referrals. All right, so that's
Yeah.
how I market. And then I'll call people, bro. All my part, like my cards, like when you go into the dealership, everybody has the cards of the dealership. My cards are personalized. You know what I mean? I have like I try to make it look like I'm my own entity. So I do that to whether it's talking to somebody in public, here's my card. That's how I market too. That's the best way to market face to face. I talk to everybody about
Absolutely.
calls. So those are some of the ways.
All right. So right now, currently, what are you selling a month?
I'm new at the dealership. I started in September. Since I started there, I started 27 and a half. That's about average.
Okay. What kind of cheese you making off 27 and a half cars?
9-11.
Okay. So you're making 100 stacks a year. So congrats, man.
Well, I don't know because I haven't worked there a full year. I don't want to count that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
9, 10,
Yeah.
11. You're right there,
Before taxes. Remember that too, though.
Oh, I already know.
Hey, remember that too. You don't know what I got going on, Brett. You don't know.
So,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
so how many cars do y'all have on your lot? Selling 27 and a half, I'd say y'all have at least 100 cars, wouldn't you say?
300. And we got
300.
and it's a sister lot. So that adds another 100 and some change. So 400 would be a safe, me not lying thing to say to a customer if they ask me how many cars. I'm like 400, which is true any given day.
Damn, that's strong. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. So do you still post flyers and stuff everywhere?
I don't because
You
it's
got to
2024, internet.
No. All
But
right.
I still should be doing it. No, never break the. I'm still. You right. I haven't learned. Yeah, you right. I
All
haven't
right.
though. I haven't, and I'm glad you said that, Brent.
Yeah,
I'm glad
man,
you said
it's
that.
it helped you in the past, so it'll work again. Find them in
Yeah.
laundromat and all that. Absolutely. Bus stop, all that. People get on the
Yeah.
bus, they would rather have a car. I know I would.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke,
So,
don't fix it.
yep. And the most important question I want to ask you, or one of the most important ones, what made you start making TikTok videos? Because that's how I found you. That's how a lot of people found you. What made you start making TikTok videos?
Suggestions. Like if somebody has to tell me, well, nobody has to tell me, but I was familiar with it, and people was like, "Yo, your personality, bro, you'll have fun on TikTok." And I was like, And then I started it, and I was like, "I'm gonna really try this thing out because of the trendy sound things. You could just it made it easy. I could just do a sound and then just this is what I'm thinking, or this is what it is." And then I started. I'm like, "Oh, this is a good avenue to probably have fun and at the same time let people know let people know like I'm a car salesman, but this is who I am. I'm still a fun guy. Like, I'm still, what I mean, I'm not gonna come and just be like." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with numbers and stuff. So
Yeah. Well, you got a very bubbly personality, just like a warm personality, very just personal. So you are just like that in your videos. So that's why I'd say you kill it, man. That's how I found you.
thank you,
It's
bro.
awesome, man. You make amazing content. I love you. Watch your
I
videos. I know
appreciate you, bro.
some of them got millions and millions of views. So keep killing it on that regard, man.
We'll do.
Does any of the other people at your dealership make any cool videos like you, or are you the only one?
No, and I haven't been somewhere where people really like do it. Like I like it works, bro. You know what I mean? So no, literally. But I always incorporate them. I always be yeah, I'm a if you see me in the workplace, it's really crazy. Like I'll be making a video, selling the cars, talking to me. Like I just be having it's just like a playground for me. I try to get so obviously I get people in it and stuff like that, but I'm like, you should do it. I want you in my video and stuff, but you should do it. But just me, no, just me,
Yeah.
most
So
times.
I've interviewed probably 20 people so far, people that's very successful like you on TikTok, social media. Not one single one said like they have multiple different phenomenal people on TikTok, social media at the same dealership. I don't know why. If they see one person crushing it, you would think that they would actually just keep pushing it, but they don't.
No, there's a reason why there's good and then there's the elite, my brother.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you know how I learned when I got good at cars and with the sales process and everything, I just listened and watched, and I just did exactly what somebody told me and exactly what the other person do it with my own me, and it worked. So I don't know. Some people are just we're different. It takes
They're
a bone. It
just
takes a
stuck in
certain
their
bone.
shell.
You know what I mean? Even what you're doing with pocket, it takes a certain bone. It's a certain bone for this type of dedication and consent. I'm telling you, it is,
Yeah,
especially in car sales and the car business. You know how it goes.
I
So
do. What's the
I'm
most you
part
ever
of it.
sold in a month?
62 and a half in a February during a tax season when Trump was in office and he was passing out those stimulation packages. Oh my God.
62 and a half. Rolling, big dog.
62 and a half car. I have yes. That's the most I've done in one. That's the most I've done in 1 month. 62 and a half cars. Yep.
I had my
Broke
hats off
company
to you.
records and everything. Appreciate it, boss. If only I'm trying to get it so it can be every month. Facts. We'll get
All
there.
right. Well, tell me this much. What advice would you give new people in the car business or sales in general? What makes you successful? What advice would you give someone just coming into the sales industry?
Sum it up. If I had to sum it up, like layman's terms, and real quick, only way people gonna know about you is if you let them know. So market. That's so important. Like that is the most important thing you can do. Tell people about yourself. Whoever you talk to, whatever app, social media, you gotta just post and tell people. So market. Phone calls. Phone calls. Pick up that phone. And I'm telling you, because I see a lot of people just sitting around. You have to pick up that phone, whether it's your cell phone or the work phone. You gotta make phone calls. So marketing, phone calls, and this is crazy. A lot of people will probably will knock me for this, but when you first starting off, you have to put in the hours. My first 2 years, I didn't take a vacation. I worked probably 5, 6 days every week. I was all day, sometimes after work. But after maybe 3, 4 years, I could go do vacations 2, 3 times a month, and I still sell 20, 25. So the starting is that's the hardest part. It always is. but that's what you have to do. So if if you're selling 5 cars, there's no reason why you're off on Thursday.
Hell
Okay,
no.
especially when you make money to sell cars, and that's the only way you're gonna eat. So market, phone calls, and just put in the work, just hustle and grind, and create your own entity. Be you, be yourself. I mean, even though you're working with somebody, you're still your own business because you are a person, you are a brand, you are a business. I promise you, everything else is good. But
All right.
market and make phone calls.
I like that, buddy.
That's it. I'm telling you, that's the easiest. I'm telling you, market, make phone calls.
So what's next for you? Staying in the car business? Any other plans? Any other goals, dreams?
Yes, I do. I like the car business, and I'm gonna be here for a while. Um, I'm just at that point. I like car sales, like being the salesman aspect. I like that, and that's maybe why one of the reasons why I'm good at it, because it's a passion for me. I don't go to work and be like, I go to work and be like, I'm about to meet somebody today. That's the mindset I have when I go into work. I'm about to be with coworkers. I'm about to have fun. This is a place where I can. It's like a playground. Cars. I'm helping somebody. You know what I mean? So who knows? Do I have dreams and goals? Yes. None of them are materialistic. All of them are experience driven. So, but I've done a lot, and because of the car business, I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. So, I mean, what goals I have, but to be the best I can be in the business, be as knowledgeable as I can the best professional I can be, and take care of the family and take care of my girl and enjoy stuff. That's all I have. I'm gonna be in the car business. You never know. Maybe I'll get. Oh, I don't feel like running around going to chase cars and stuff. I might do finance. I might do. Who knows? I might own. Who knows? But right now, I like where I'm at, and that's the reason why I'm doing good at where I'm at. Is because I like where I'm at. So I just want to. I just want to be the best car salesman that are out there. Consistently average 50 to 60 cars, and it's just like, and it's coming, and that's it. That's all. I'm a car salesman.
All right, big dog. Well, any parting words of wisdom before we jump off? Anything you want to say? Shout outs? Anything?
um. Shout outs. What shout outs? Let me see. All the car dealerships, car salesmen, everybody out there trying to inform people and let people know the truth about car dealerships, helping people get through the process. Y'all got my respect because we know how difficult the business is. Okay, we know how hard it is being on the other side of the customers, but we still continue to help people. Shout out to all y'all. There's a couple out. I just don't want to single nobody out. Anybody who does car content because it's such a small niche. But I see
Yeah.
a lot of people. But I see a lot of people were doing stuff like this. Shout out to you, Brent, for doing stuff
Thank
like
you.
this, bringing all of us together, letting us know that no matter what people say, we're valuable. Okay, there's
Absolutely.
stuff behind it. You know what I mean? So whoever that may be, you know what I mean? Shout out to them, and I appreciate you for letting me come on this podcast and talk with your brother, this interview and talk with you, this Zoom meeting. Um, and that's it, man. Just love what you do. If you love what you do, you have a passion for it, bro. You'll be fine, no matter how not fine you are at that point. That's all I
Absolutely.
have to
Well
say.
said. All right. Well, the plug, everybody go look him up. TJ, the car plug. If you're in Massachusetts area, you said Canton, right?
Canton, Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, anywhere in the New England area. Holla at
All
me.
right. 400 cars. He can get you guaranteed. Ships them and everything.
I got you. I promise you. Just call me. Inbox me, DM.
All right, big dog. Well, I appreciate your time. If you ever need me, you
But
have my personal cell phone number. Please feel
yes,
free to
sir.
reach out. And I
Yes,
wish you
sir.
the best. 50, 60 cars a month.
That's what's coming, brother. Hey, nice talking to you, Brent. We'll stay in touch, man. You're locked in. If you get saved in my phone, your family. I'm
All
coming
right,
to
big
the
dog.
cookout. See
Have
you
a good
later,
one, big
boss.
dog. All right, man.
All right. All right,
All right,
bye.
bye.